how about two videos? Something I didn't mention in my last video, which was just like a check-in after, I don't know, however many months it is. Hold please, let me math. August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. It's been 7 months since I've smoked. So yeah, it's like a 7-month check-in. One thing that did happen since I've been gone and I haven't posted in a long time is that my mom passed away. COPD. Yep, COPD killed her. I would say that smoking killed her, but no, it didn't. Because you can smoke a cigarette and not get COPD. I could smoke a cigarette right now and not end up with COPD. I could randomly end up with COPD from not smoking. It like increases your chances and your likelihood. Even then, smoking did not kill my mom. My mom killed my mom. She knew that she had COPD and she continued to smoke. The COPD did come from cigarettes, and that's it. Yeah, that's it. Like I said, you could smoke and not get COPD. So I've quit smoking, and yeah, it was a pretty big motivator. I would say it was a pretty big motivator. It was ugly, man. It was ugly, and you know what's funny is a lot of people were like really brokenhearted about it, you know, and she died with a lot of self-pity and a lot of guilt and blaming herself and, you know, just like really down and hard on herself. But she fucking pushed as hard as she could. If you want to know how mama rolled, here's how mom rolled. Her and her boyfriend, stepdad, I guess. They're married, but whatever. I've always said boyfriend. They didn't get married until like 2 or 3 years ago, but they've been together for like 40 years. They went on a 30-day cruise around the world, and you know she liked to be at sea level because she lived in the mountains. So like COPD, it was easier for her to breathe when she was at sea level, and the cruise ship has all the fucking amenities. I still don't know if I'm saying that right. Yeah, the cruise ship has all the things and is really easy to get to. And she got herself like a little putt-putt scooter, you know, and she'd roll around on that thing. And all she could pretty much do it herself, you know, for the most part. But she got pneumonia. And she got pneumonia, and then like it was just like wreaking hell on her body because of the COPD. And we all told her, "Fuck it, go ahead, go on a cruise." You know, like you spent the money. It's like 40 grand or something. You get a butler. You know what I mean? Like you get a butler, and like that dude will come take care of you. And sure shit did. You know, he did. She went on the cruise anyway with pneumonia. She had a stateroom where she could see the ocean and shit and like hear the water and the birds, and like she didn't have to go to the bars. She didn't have to go do anything, you know, and Tom was there to like bring her food and stuff and make sure like medications and all that stuff was refilled, you know, help her in the shower and shit like that. So like it was all good, you know. Well, she came back from that 30-day cruise, and they hadn't been home in 30 days. Well, they came back to find that the pipe had burst, and the water had been running for like almost the entire time. The whole house was fucking flooded, man. And so they hustle, and they like started redoing, you know, started rearranging shit, you know, getting things to where they're supposed to be. And my mom can't move at this point. She can't walk. She can't. You know, you would talk to her on the phone and she's witty as hell, you know, which is regrettable. It would almost be easier if she had dementia or something. So she didn't know how sick she was, didn't know her own mortality, but she knew. She was very aware. Anyway, which gave her a lot of pity and self-guilt and all that. Self-pity and self-guilt. So the stress of like the house being torn up and like water damage and like mold, and like they were thinking about what they could do, and like she just got more sick because the pneumonia for the 30 days that she was on the cruise ship, the pneumonia didn't heal. You know, it kind of just stayed there, like stuck in her lungs and just didn't go away. And by the time she got back and like it was all said and done, she had like an episode, like an attack, a COPD attack thing, and she ended up going to the hospital. And let me put this in perspective for you. So panic attacks. That's what killed her, is the panic attacks. And I mean, obviously there's more to it, but she can't breathe. She can't catch her breath. Like, she can't move. She can't catch her breath. And it's fucking scary. So she would panic, and she'd have that natural, like, fight or flight response. And, like, there's no amount of medication that you can give somebody that is gonna make it okay to be conscious and not be able to breathe and not panic about it. So she had like every time she had a panic attack, it did more damage to her. And that's how frail she was towards the end there. So she went to the hospital, and her lung doctor person guy, who actually we really liked quite a bit, he came in and he was like, well, you know, the pneumonia has done significant amounts of damage to the nodules in your lungs, and what you feel and what you see now is the new norm for you, which basically meant that my biggest fear, we would have to go and physically move her body so she didn't get bed sores, because her muscles weren't getting air. So like her oxygen saturation was like 98 and above, even into the hundreds, even as high as 100, but her body is not absorbing it anymore. So we would have to like physically move her and move her arms, and like she would basically be a vegetable, a conscious vegetable. And she made the decision, do not resuscitate, which was already a thing. Do not resuscitate and stop all medications. And like just the fucking shock of all the medications, stopping all the medications, like the blood thinners and the blood pressure medications and the this and the that and the this and the that. She lasted 12 hours, and she died on Christmas morning. Fucking bitch. What a fucking bitch. No, she knew. She knew that I didn't like Christmas. I don't like Christmas. What do you want me to say? I fucking hate Christmas. Christmas is like, bleh. We own a retail store. I hate Christmas. So, she knew that I fucking hated Christmas, and she's so fucking spiteful, this bitch, that she was like, I'll give you a reason to hate Christmas, you little brat. A lot of people were devastated. She was a very, very loved person. A lot of people were devastated, and put things into perspective for me, because I was not devastated. I hopped on a plane as soon as I heard, and Tom was a fucking mess, dude. What a wreck. Yeah, what a fucking wreck. You know, that was his person. You know, they did everything together, even with the fucking sickness, even with the COPD, you know, and being immobile and shit. Like, they did everything together. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying because I just made myself sad. Fucking dummy. What a dummy. Long story, long guest. And another fucking 10-minute banger over here. She passed on Christmas, and I was not sad. I mean, yeah, it's mom. She passed. I am grateful for two things. Grateful that I did not have to see her in a hospital bed after she had decided to take the medications away. I am grateful that I didn't have to see that. I'm grateful that I didn't have to I'm grateful that I didn't see her right before she died in the hospital, because seeing her, for me, I would remember her that way, and I don't think she would want to die anyway. So there's that. I am grateful that she's not suffering anymore, because I've never seen suffrage like that I know of, that I can comprehend. Okay, maybe I have seen suffrage like that, but it wasn't close to me. So, yeah. It was brutal. Yeah, it was brutal. COPD is a fucking awful way to go. It's not a way that you want to go. I promise you. It's not a way that I would wish my worst enemy to go. So, yeah, it's pretty bad. It's fucking nasty. Matter of fact, man, there was a couple of guys that I when I was doing like I guess market research, I guess you could call it, on this channel. There was a couple of guys that were doing videos on their journey with COPD, and I couldn't help but notice that they were fully capable mentally to speak and just hang out, but they couldn't do anything like physically. So I'm glad I quit smoking, and it's not a decision that I'm gonna regret. Even if I am sick with something or ill with something, it's not something I'm gonna regret. Anyway, Mama liked her bourbon, so if you could, throw up a glass, have a little drink, think about Mama. She was pretty fucking awesome. I have some video shit from her. Yeah, maybe I'll post it, maybe I won't. All right, cheers, bye.